Thank you for choosing our Patio Heat channel. I'm Steve. We provide tips and information to extend the enjoyment of your patio project. Our videos give you a knowledgeable overview prior to investing in your outdoor heating equipment. Whether you are a professional or owner builder, we provide specific details for optimum heat coverage for your application. Post a comment or question, or for developed visual designs, send your request into designs@patioheat.com. We're here to work with you. For over 30 years, patio heating is the bedrock of our business, expressing what works best. Now let's get heating. Okay, so we have this residential application, and this is going to be in kind of an enclosed area. We have screened walls on this side here and this side over here, solid wall here, and then we have a solid ceiling. There is going to be a fan in the center. Now they're not quite sure about what the true dimension is, so I put the 2 dimensions that they had given me. And let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions that I have. So overall dimensions, I have 16'6" from the outside edge to the outside edge here, and then 16'2" this direction from here to here. Now this is, and also the fan blades I have at 5'5" diameter and a 4'4" diameter on the inside here. I do have these fans. The blades are going to be approximately 12 inches down from the ceiling, and that's about it for the dimensions. And let's go ahead and look at, we have a doorway over here. This doorway is going to swing into the patio. And then there's a door that's going to be over here that's going to swing outside of the patio. I did not put the screen sections on this here, but there is a screen section here, so just keep that in mind. And there is a TV set over here. Now, they're looking to heat up the spaces of the seating area that's going to be similar to something like this. And the main thing is this looks rather simple, but it's more complicated than it truly would be in order to heat up the whole entire space. What I really want to talk about first of all is let's look at what something. Just I have a model here, for instance. Now, if you were in the shade of the structure itself, so let's just turn on the sunlight or shade. Here's the shade of the sun coming up from over here. If you were in the shade, you're not going to feel the sunlight itself. So the sunlight is an infrared light wave, and here you can see this model. Half of the model is in the sunlight itself. I could actually move this over just slightly here, and you can see now, the majority of the body is actually in the sunlight. So you're going to feel the ray of the sun on this section of your body. However, you're not going to feel it over here. So you need to be in the actual ray in order to feel the warmth. The sun, heats up the earth, and then the earth will offset or convection heat the air, but you need to be in the light wave of the heater in order to feel the warmth of the heater itself. So a heater in an application like this, I'm going to go ahead and turn off this model now. And a heater in the application like this, if you're not in that physical ray, it's not going to feel warm at all. So the temperature inside of the structure doesn't really change very much because number one, if you do heat up some of the ground, let's say floors, tables, chairs, that heat will rise, and it will dissipate into the atmosphere very quickly. So there's no real way to heat up the air. So you need to make sure that you're sitting in the ray of the heater itself. So let's go ahead and look at one option. The first option I would probably look at is possibly using some slimline units. I'm showing this first, even though this particular customer is looking to place the units inside of the ceiling up here. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But I have 2 of the 4,000 watt slimline units. I have them so that they're 6 inches of clearance from this edge here to this edge here, and I have them mounted on the ceiling so that you can actually do a 30-degree tilt on the heater itself. If you mount it on a vertical surface, it can only come down 45 degrees, so it will be pointed more towards this direction over here. The other thing is, I've offset these from the center of the structure itself. I believe I have it like 18 inches from the center point to the center, offset. So this would be the center point of the heater, placed in the center of the patio. I pushed it to the left at 18 inches, and you can see the footprint of heat is really good for an application like this. You do have nice crossover rays, so the center section is going to be just as warm as the outer sections in this particular application. But again, there's these are 4,000 watt units, and so on the very cold nights, it may or may not be sufficient enough, but it's going to be 9 inches lower than the ceiling, basically, than a flush mount unit itself. So, all right, let's go ahead and turn that off. That would be one option. And let's look at a possible another option, which would be to possibly place some, and this is the application that they're looking at possibly. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and this back on here. So you can see here we have two 6,000 watt units, and they're basically centered within the span from left to right here, and from left to right here, centered in that span. The other thing is that the clearance below the heater itself, I have it 18 inches from the edge of the fan blade. That's if these fan blades are combustible. If they're steel fan blades, you could move the heater over a little bit, but you don't want to penetrate, like an aluminum blade and cause it to start drooping down the road. But you could move it over slightly if you needed to, if this fan is non-combustible itself. Let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. So we'll go ahead and turn that on. And you can see here that we are superheating this spot right here. And this location over here is pretty warm and it would be comfortable, but we're not heating up this, spot right here, nor are we really heating up, well, we are heating up this spot here, but we're not heating up over here at all as well. So this would not be my preferred application. So let's go ahead and look at something different. And oh, by the way, because these are 6,000 watt units, you would either want either a control system where you can dim these heaters down, or a duplex switch where you can turn one element on, or both elements on, or both elements off. Just so you know that. So that is one other option. And then I'm going to show you another option, which would be the new heater. So there's actually a new heater that's just coming out this month here, and let's see if I can find it on here. Nope, that's not it. Let's see here. Here we go. All right, and let me turn that off, and I think there we go. So these are 5,200 watt units. They're 48 inches long from this point here, from the heater itself to the heater itself. Now, this particular design that I'm showing isn't specific or exact at this point because I don't have the true dimensions yet. But just knowing that this is going to be, 48 inches from here to 48 inches over here, 5,200 watt units. They're going to be a very nice application for a lot of different jobs. And again, you would probably want a control system for something like this. But you can see with the two units like this, we're still not heating up the entire patio, over here especially, very well. This would be a very nice warm spot, and it would be something I would consider if this is the only area that we're looking at heating up. You can see that we're almost heating up half of this sofa over here, but again, you would only feel the warmth if you're sitting over here. The other thing I should mention is just the fact that I have what's the distance that I actually have these at. And again, these dimensions are not perfect yet, but you can see that I have them at 7 foot 6 inches center to center on each heater. And again, 18 inches of clearance from the outer edge of the larger fan blade here to the inside edge of the heater itself is the other thing that you should be aware of. Okay, and then let's go ahead and look at the last option here. Let's go ahead and turn that off for a second, and I believe this is, nope. Here we go. So what I've done here is I've taken two of the CD 6024s. I've offset them 18 inches to the left, and you can see here now our footprint of heat is much better for the entire space. You could actually go probably another, maybe 4 inches to the left here. Let's go with 5 inches. Yeah, about 5 inches further. But this would be probably my preferred application of all, especially for the seating position that we have here. And let's see if I have the lid on here properly. Yeah, I don't have the lid on here properly. But in any case, yeah, this would be my preferred application right here for this particular application itself. So the heaters themselves, again, there's 18 inches of clearance from the heater here, the edge of the heater to the edge of the fan blade, and you can see that we have met the clearances to the outside edge here and the outside edge here. You can see that there is a penetration into the screen section that's down here, but that would be fine because it's not intense enough to make it cause an issue with the screen itself. So again, this would be my preferred application if this is possible. I'm not 100% certain that they can actually run these heaters in this direction here and here, but this would be, again, my preferred application. All right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, we're not monetized. YouTube will not support us unless we receive a thumbs up from you, our viewers, and we truly appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. Have an excellent day.